doing it. What's happening over here? It looks like it stopped. Okay, everyone. Welcome, welcome. We are now live streaming. We are in many places. It looks like we are also trying to go live on Instagram, but for some reason it looks like it is glitching. I'm going to restart it. And we're going to just give me 1 second as people are entering the room here. We're going to jump into some really good content today. And we're just going to start in one moment here. So just give us 1 minute and we're going to dive in. The joy of going live. Okay. Great. Okay. We have wow, Instagram is really glitching today. I don't know if we're going to make it happen on Instagram today. Hold on 1 second, everyone. You are very patient. I appreciate you. And we're going to be talking today about how to get paid as a contributing writer. I know some of you already are doing this and know how to do this, but there's a lot of new things happening in the space. So we're going to talk about what some of that stuff is and get you some clarity on what's possible. Okay, we'll try this one last time. If it doesn't work, we're going to skip it. But usually it works pretty easily. Okay, looks like it's working. All right, everyone. Thank you for your patience. Thanks for joining us today. And you are here today because you are probably already doing a lot of contributing writing, right? We have to write if we're on social, if you're doing any sort of online marketing, digital marketing, whatever you're doing in the world these days, you are probably writing your message in a lot of different places. So wouldn't it be nice to actually be able to get paid for some of that writing that you're already doing anyway? So most of you already know me. If you're new to this community, I'm Heather Burgett. I'm an award-winning publicist and visibility expert, and I help small business owners, consultants, creatives grow their audience, their impact, their influence, their income through organic methods. So with the background that I have of 25 years in PR, that's basically my wheelhouse, is getting you out there, helping you get your message, your image, your reputation out there and known in a bigger way. And what we really focus on is making sure that you're being seen in the world the way you want to be seen. So fantastic. Okay, I see people hopping on here in both places. Great to see you all. And again, you're here today to learn more about your writing, how to be a contributing writer, that you can actually get paid for your writing. So I'm just going to do something a little bit fun to start us off here, which is, I know how to do it because I have been paid as a contributing writer. I have stacks and stacks of magazines. Now, of course, this is not digital, but these articles all did run digitally as well on the websites. But how cool is it to actually have your writing featured? I'm like, where are we going here? In a magazine, right? So this one in particular was an article that I wrote for Travel Age West. I was sent to Mexico to do a special story on this big party they were having down in Mazatlan, Mexico. And I was sent as a contributing writer, not only with my travel costs covered to get there, but also they paid me. So there was, not huge fees for these contributing type articles always, but it can add up. So typically, I think it's about the going rate is anywhere from 50 cents to $1 a word, right? So if you have a 500 word article and you can make $500 and be sent on a week vacation, not a bad deal, right? So here's another one, Beverly Hills Lifestyle Magazine. This was another article I did when I went over to Lake Como, Italy. And that one was a little different. I actually covered my own expenses to get there, but then I was given the lodging at 4 of the nicest hotels, 5-star hotels around the Lake Como region, because I was doing the article. So as an editorial contributing writer, I let them know this, got approval in this magazine and to do the story, and told them, if you host me, then I will feature you in the article. And lo and behold, there's the article. You see it, saw it right there. There was this other magazine, Space. So as I was doing all this writing, I started, maybe doing like just a one-off article here and there. Next thing you know, the editor here offered me a whole column, a whole restaurant column that I got to do on a monthly basis to go out and review new restaurants, to tell people like what are the cool new spots to go to, and eventually became the LA City editor at that publication for a short time. And then LA Confidential magazine, some of you are familiar with these magazines. Another person at LA Confidential that was in the advertising department saw my writing in this other magazine and actually reached out to me and said, hey, can you do some advertorial writing for us? And of course, even advertorial writing is going to be higher payments. So I made even more on that. And so here, this is a whole, and of course it's by Heather Burgett. It's hard for you guys to see the small writing, but it ended up being this multi-page spread, pages long, all written by yours truly, right? So getting my writing out there in front of a lot of people, my name, my byline, exposure, getting paid, right? So this is possible. It's possible to get paid as a writer. And so I know that's what a lot of you really care about. And that's why you're here today, is how do you get compensated for some of these gifts that you're putting out into the world, some of your special talents. Now, I want to go into a quick screen share before I give you a little more info about this, how it works, what's going on, so that I can show you some more examples, and a little more background on how this stuff works. And on Instagram, I'm sorry, hello, you're not going to be able to see the slides, but I'm going to explain what you're seeing, what we're looking at, so that you don't feel left out. And you can also always hop over to any of the other platforms. We're streaming actually live right now into my Facebook business page, my Facebook group, the Shine Insiders, my YouTube channel, my personal page, like everywhere, LinkedIn. So that's the beauty of some of these apps we have now, like Restream. This is restream.io, and there's Huey down here grumbling. You promised you wouldn't bark. Thank you. Okay. Huey, my 17-pound guard dog. Okay, so we're going to go into a quick screen share here. And I'm going to explain to you over here what's happening and what we're looking at. Okay. Great. Okay, so really at the end of the day, this is about you getting your name, your image, your reputation, your work out into the world in a bigger way. This is the work I've done for over 2 decades, working with household names. We're talking from global brands, from everything from launching America Online, really dating myself back in the day as a consumer brand, to working with major hospitality brands. Worked at the Ritz-Carlton Boston, launching drink brands like Neuro Drinks, which is now everywhere, working on Oscar-winning films like The Last Days. This is Room 23 is a book that featured 100 A-list celebrities that I got an award for the PR campaign from the PR Society of America. And events like the Beverly Hills Film Festival, I've done their PR for over 20 years. So this is, from a lot of experience of getting in front of a lot of eyeballs over the years, helping brands get their names out there. Also, really global leaders, right? So a lot of you are here because you want to be known as an industry leader, right? So other projects and people that I've worked with, from Oscar winners to Grammy winners to Barack Obama's granny, Mama Sarah Obama, doing events with major celebrities. That's Sean Combs, Branson, Jane Seymour, major rock stars, John Anderson, who's the voice of Yes, who was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and being on red carpets over the years and working on projects and rubbing elbows with every celebrity you could possibly imagine. Here I'm between Bob Saget and Dr. Drew Pinsky on the red carpet. So just knowing that this is everything you're learning today is coming from someone who absolutely knows how to help you create that global brand. And everything that I teach is about how to earn free organic traffic. This is not about learning how to use paid ads. This is actually you getting paid, getting your visibility out there, having better visibility, and through organic traffic. Huey, come here. Okay. He's just going to keep growling until he gets to say hello. All right, this is your moment. Say hello, Huey. Your big debut. All right. This is Huey, everyone, my assistant. Okay, now you lay down and be quiet. Okay. So as we're talking about organic traffic methods, this is, writing is one of the big pillars that we have at our disposal. So I love this quote by Maya Angelou, the way forward. This is what she talks about. We speak, we write, we do language. That is how civilizations heal, right? So right now we're all being called to lean deeper into our purposes, to put ourselves out there in a bigger way in the world. If you're here in my community, you're very likely a heart-centered, purpose-driven consultant or creative that has a big purpose in the world. So one thing I want you to first know, it's really important that you understand that there are 3 types of media, right? There's your owned media, which is your owned platforms. There's new media, that's things like blogs, podcasts. And then there's mainstream or traditional media. When you think about magazines, newspapers, TV, radio, which of course now also all have, their digital counterparts as well. But then, a lot of them, which is cool, still have the old school, tangible. There's nothing better than being able to pick up a magazine or a newspaper or something tangible that has your name and yourself featured in it. Okay, so today what we're talking about is your copywriting. Like, what are you doing with your writing? And there are so many places to put it out there, right? So we've got your blog, right? This is some of your owned media on your own site. There are also high profile blogging sites. There's guest blogging, contributing articles. That's what I've been showing you as we started out today, the articles. That was actually the LA Confidential. This was an advertorial. This is also something you should understand the difference between is advertising, which is, it's going to show that it was like a paid article, versus editorial, which is not. That's literally just the writer that loves you and wants to write about you. So we have your social platforms, we have your website, we have online marketing, we have pitch letters and emails, books. Just think about all of the places you are writing on a regular basis. Now, the thing we really wanted to focus on today was the contributing writing and knowing that that's something you potentially could get paid for, right? So the path I took is just one of many paths as a contributing writer, or you might call yourself a freelance writer, where you actually get paid to do articles. Now, there's also, with a lot of the new high profile blogging platforms, a lot of them are turning into the new models of, say, like a YouTube or even Instagram, where there are ways to monetize them once you have a strong enough audience, right? So those high profile blogging platforms, you actually can get paid on some of those once you have a big following. So that's the other important piece of this talk today is around, like, it's one thing to get yourself out there, but you've also got to have the engaged audience, the following, that's going to really be excited about reading your writing. So here are just some examples of what's going on with my community and some of the people in my programs, from my inner circle to my Shine Online Mastermind, where they're actually getting visible through their writing and getting published, right? So that's the biggest thing that you're going to have to do on this path, is you've got to start getting your writing published somewhere, right? Because you've got to have a portfolio. If you want to get to that place where you're getting paid, you've got to start somewhere, right? So just like anything, you've got to start putting yourself out there and take action and doing it. And we have a couple examples here that I want to share from some of the incredible, mostly women in my community. You guys know I always talk about my audience is probably 85% plus women. We do also serve men as well, but for some reason, we tend to attract a lot of awesome powerhouse, badass ladies into the community. So we have this first example here, Lily Shaw, from frustrated to empowered, right? She tapped into her signature story and landed a team of reps with getting herself out there in front of the right people. She got a whole new team of aligned reps, including a new manager and agent. She was doing it through her contributing writing and also some of her speaking, like getting on podcasts. So that's one example of how this can work for you. From overwhelmed to focus, we have the lovely Teresa here, who was really needing a clear visibility plan. We helped her put out her first global press release. That's another thing you can write. And she's on track to reach millions with her channeled angelic messages. We have Kriya also from my community, doubling of her income and audience. She's actually going viral right now on TikTok. I don't know how far the video has gone, but she consistently showed up with her content. And finally, one of her reels has gotten to, I think, well over 410,000 views so far. That's huge, right? All of you here who know you're doing that social media, getting 410,000 plus views on a video is amazing. And so she really stepped into the spotlight, doubled her income, doubled her social following, which is probably way more increasing than double at this point. And she also has said she loves what she sees when she Googles herself. And we have from unknown to global multi-million-dollar franchise. We have a husband and wife team that I worked with that, to me, this is an incredible case study. They had almost zero online presence. And now they got the attention of top Hollywood execs and are in pre-production on a multi-million-dollar film and TV franchise. So within 6 months, their whole world changed from getting themselves out there in an aligned way. And that's the power of this work. So let me stop this share here. Okay, so I just wanted to show you like the tangibles, right, of this, because it's not me just blowing smoke, right? This is like me showing you this is real, this can happen for you. And so for anyone here today who's interested in, doing any of this kind of work, I want to offer you a gift today of booking in for a free 20-minute action plan call. All right. So for each person, it's a little bit different on the trajectory, the path. I'm very much about customizing to what people need and want for their particular career, business, or journey. So, whoops, just got a little thing happening there. Yes. So if that sounds like something that would be resonant with you, we'll go ahead, we'll put the link in the chat and also in these threads for anybody that's looking to do more of this path. If you want to get paid, if you want to get visible, I just showed you how all of these people, when they're putting themselves out there with their aligned visibility through their writing, we also use speaking and the media as other avenues of the organic traffic and methods to get out there. And when you do that, the sky is the limit. It shifts and changes everything. So if you are feeling the call to learn more for your personal experience, here is the link. We'll put it in the chat here. And hi, I see some people over here that's still joining on the Instagram Live. We're about to wrap up. We'll make sure you guys have the link over here too. So absolutely let us know. And this replay will be in the Facebook group as well. If you joined us late and want to come back and feel like you missed things, really like just knowing that this is a possibility for you is the most important thing that I wanted to share today. That if you're writing, you can get yourself out there in a bigger way. You can either monetize it as a contributing writer. You can also use that writing to leverage yourself and increase your visibility to then raise your rates, right? Double your income, whatever it may be. Some of the examples we showed you today. All right, everyone. So we're keeping these masterclasses really quick and short because we just want to come out and give you as much value as we can in a really short time. I know everyone's really busy and a lot of you watch this on the replay as well. So again, if this is calling to you, go ahead, book in on the link. We'll talk further about what we can do for you in getting your writing out there in a bigger way. All right. Thank you everyone for coming today. We'll see you soon. Lots of hugs and kisses. Have a good one.